Day. We are coming to you live today from Otterdelicious St Marys. My name is Stacy Klosterman, and I am here with
Abby Kramer,
our chef here at St Marys today. With the warmer weather and the sunshine, she is going to be preparing a delicious summer dish for you, pineapple shrimp fried rice. I'm going to hand the reins over to the chef, and we hope you enjoy today's live edition of Otterdelicious.
Hello everyone. So we're going to start out today by first cutting our pineapple. So the first thing we're going to do is take the top and just give it a good twist. And then we're going to sit the top to the side. And then I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to cut it long ways. And then I'm going to cut the core out. I'm just going to pull this core right out of the center, and then I'm going to make score marks through the pineapple. What we're trying to do is make this pineapple into a bowl, so I'm just going to cut the pineapple out of the center of it and make it easier to scoop, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with it after that. I'm just going to scoop this pineapple into this bowl here. So when I bought this pineapple was a little bit underripe, so it was really green and it didn't look very good, didn't smell like a pineapple should. So one of the things I did was leave this pineapple sitting on the counter for a few days until it ripened up just a little bit, so then today it's a lot more fragrant, a lot more ripe, so it'll also be a little bit sweeter too. If you get an underripe pineapple, then sometimes it can be a little bit more sour. Alright, so I have most of my pineapple scooped out here, so you can still see it. It's a nice little bowl, and I'm going to sit my spoon as well as the pineapple to the side until we're ready to use it. So I'm also going to go ahead and change my gloves. And we're going to begin cooking. So the first thing I'm going to cook is some tail-on shrimp. I just started these with a simple marinade, so it has soy sauce, some honey, some garlic, some herbs, things like that. So the first thing I'm going to cook here is these tail-on shrimp. These are not going to go into the fried rice, these are going to be on the side. So I have some sesame oil here. I put that into a hot pan, and then we're going to start cooking these shrimp. Shrimp in the pan to not overcrowd it. If we overcrowd it, it'll just take longer to get done. The shrimp won't be crispy, and you have some overcooked shrimp. That's really not what you want. So while those are starting to cook, the next step we're going to do after that is we're going to take some of these chopped shrimp. They're the exact same shrimp. I just chopped them up into more bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to remove these shrimp from the skillet, and then I'm going to add the chopped shrimp in, and then we're going to start building the fried rice. But these shrimp are really just kind of for a show piece, so you get a really nice big piece of shrimp next to the pineapple fried rice.
While Abby is cooking those shrimp, we wanted to bring you a little public service announcement. In case you didn't know, Otterdelicious St Marys is so excited that this year we are going to be the host site for the One Otterdelicious Senior Olympics. Planning is well into process. We're going to be bringing some of your favorite things like cornhole and bocce ball, but there's also going to be some new exciting things for all of our residents and guests to try while they're here. So please make sure you plan to come to our beautiful campus in September for the Otterdelicious Olympics.
So these are some really big shrimp. You can cook with whatever size of shrimp you want. I think these are 16 to 18s, which means there's 16 shrimp in each pound of this type of shrimp. You can go all the way down to, I think, a 40 count shrimp where there's 40 of the little baby shrimps in each pound. So whatever you prefer. I like the bigger shrimps. They're a little bit harder to overcook, so that way you don't end up with some rubbery shrimp at the end of the day. So the way you know these shrimp are cooked is they're going to be completely opaque, so you should not be able to see through them at all, and that's how you're going to know that they're completely cooked. So once these are cooked, all we're going to do is sit them to the side and wait for it to be time to plate them up. So I have a clean dish right here. I want to make sure we're not cross-contaminating. So this is a clean dish that the raw shrimp haven't been in, and I'm going to put the shrimp in here now. Then I'm going to go ahead and start my shrimp pieces so those can get cooking. Again, we don't want to overcrowd the pan because it's just going to take longer to cook if we do that. So just a nice even layer there. These are starting to heat up here just a little bit. It'll take a few minutes. We are using an electric stove, which is probably what a lot of you have in your homes, but electric stoves are a little bit slower. It takes a little bit more for the pan to recover some of the heat. So because we were just cooking in it, it's going to take just a second for it to get back to the right temperature here. You could also make this entire meal on a Blackstone grill. Blackstones are really popular right now. So you could start this meal from start to finish on a Blackstone grill. It would come out very well. It'd be very similar to the way we're making it right now. Right now we're just making it kind of household way, but it would be really fun to make it outdoors as well. These shrimp are getting close here. We just need to cook them a little longer so they get a little less see-through here, so that way we know they're cooked all the way. That sauce is starting to bubble and reduce a little bit, so that way it'll have some really great flavor to it as well.
While those shrimp are finishing up, we thought we would just tell you a little bit about Otterdelicious St Marys for those of you who are not familiar with our campus. We are a destination location. So our campus is situated right on the shores of Grand Lake St. Mary's. So we are a waterfront community, and we have been in existence since 1987. So a more than 30-year rich history. We serve between 250 and 260 residents on our campus here. Very exciting for us this year. We're actually expanding our independent living. We have 16 brand new beautiful patio homes being constructed as we speak. So lots of fun, exciting things going on the campus here. We just wanted to share a little bit of history with you.
So the next step we're going to do here, we're going to get rid of some of this cooking liquid because it's just a little bit too much for what we're doing. And then we're going to put it right back on the heat, give it just a second, and we're going to add some more oil. And then the next step of this fried rice is we're going to take 2 eggs and we're going to fry them up. Just have a spatula here and I'm just going to give them a quick scramble. Nothing fancy. These are looking good, so we're going to take these eggs out of the pan. We'll add those back in just a minute here. Now our next step, we are going to saute some veggies, so we're going to start with a little more oil. And then I have a mixture here of some red pepper and some green onion, so that's going to go into our pan. And then I'm also going to add in that fresh pineapple that we just scooped out of our pan. So we're going to let this saute up a little bit, get flavorful. And while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add my spice blend. So this is kind of the standard spice blend that I use for a lot of things. The only thing that I change is the lime pepper. So in here I have basil, oregano, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, and some lime pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to these veggies. It's very important to season in layers. If you wait and season all at the end, you're missing a lot of flavor. Instead, you want to develop those flavors as you're cooking, so that way things really taste better. You have a more depth of flavor instead of it just tasting like you put salt or pepper on at the end of your cooking. So we're just going to let these cook up just a little bit. You could use any color of bell pepper. I decided to use red just for a variety of colors, so it kind of stands out against the pineapple. Green onion instead of a white onion, just because it gives a little bit more flavor as well as a different color as well. So we're just going to let this cook up just a little bit here. Then when this is cooked up and starting to look good, then I'm going to add it back into the bowl with the eggs. Then next up, we are going to toast up some cashews. So totally optional, but it adds a really interesting flavor to the dish. Also adds a little bit of protein. So these are just some standard chopped cashews. They were actually on sale, so that was great. So I'm just going to add a sprinkle of these to my pan. And I'm just going to let those get just a tiny bit toasted and fragrant. One hopped out of the pan. And once these cashews are in here, that's when we're really going to start building the fried rice. So the next step up after that is to add the rice, heat that through, and then we're going to finish it with some seasonings here. So we're really on the downhill slide already, and it's only been about 10-15 minutes at the most. So So I'm also going to go ahead and bring my plate over here and my garnishes for the end. So as far as the seasoning today, we already seasoned a lot of the layers of this food. So we seasoned the peppers in the pineapple mixture. We're toasting the cashews so that way those have a little bit of flavor as well. And then I also have some brown rice here. So you can use any type of rice that you want. I specifically chose to use brown rice. It's just a little bit healthier. We also chose to hide some veggies in here. So this is just standard mixed vegetable blend and brown rice cooked. So it's got some corn, some peas, some carrots, some green beans, and it's just what I had on hand, so that's what we decided to use today. I do the exact same thing when I'm at home. So these cashews are looking pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and start building this rice. So right now we have the cashews, we have the rice blend in there. I'm adding some chopped garlic in, as well as some soy sauce. I'm also going to add in a little bit of hoisin sauce here. And the hoisin sauce is really just going to take the flavor from good to a lot better. Has a lot of deep flavor to it. I'm going to go ahead and give this a stir here. The rice is already cooked, so all we're doing is reheating the ingredients and blending those flavors. So this is already looking good. I'm going to go ahead and add our egg, pineapple, and vegetable mixture. And I'm going to start to stir that around. That egg should start to naturally kind of break up and cook into your rice. I'm also going to go ahead and add our shrimp now. This is our chopped shrimp.
Abby, as your co-host today, I have some questions.
Okay.
So when I make fried rice at home, I have always been told that it's better if you pre-cook your rice and you let it sit. Is that true?
Yep, so I cooked this rice yesterday afternoon. I just cooked it in our steamer. You would cook it on the stove top, probably even in the microwave if you really wanted to. But I cooked it yesterday, let it cool completely, and then used it today. If you did it when it was hot, you would get kind of a gummy, really not great texture.
There you go. So pre-cook your rice, number one. My second question is, what is hoisin sauce, for those of us that don't know?
Hoisin sauce is an Asian sauce. It's got sugar, water, miso, which is a combination of water and soybeans, plum puree, so it's got a little bit of sweetness, garlic, vinegar. One of the things that they say in a lot of cooking is umami, which is a type of flavor where it kind of hits all of the senses all at one time. So that's really what hoisin sauce does for you.
Is it hard to find?
No, that was at Pantry Pride, which is just our local grocery store.
Awesome.
Yeah, we don't have any type of specialty markets around here. So if you want a specialty product, you're going to have to really go somewhere to get it. So this is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off my fire, and I'm just going to move it to the side, and then I'm going to finish it here. So a few things that we need for this. I have one lime. I took one lime, cut it in half, and half of it I'm going to squeeze into the rice, and the other half I'm going to use for garnish. So just a half a lime here. It'll really brighten up the flavor as well. There's a lot of contrasting flavors in this dish, so it'll really just make it really nice here. Give it some acid as well. I'm going to give this a stir. It smells great. I love the smell of fresh limes. So we are ready to start assembling our plate. So I'm going to scoop some of this beautiful rice into my pineapple. And then I'm going to put that on the center of my plate towards the back. And then right here, the top is going to be part of our showpiece. So one thing you look for when you are building a plate is some height. So this is really going to give us a lot of height here in the back. This cutting board here. And then I'm going to take my shrimp and I'm going to make a little line right here along the edge of this. And kind of surround that pineapple. Without knocking it over. Okay. And then I am going to add some sweet chili sauce right over the top. Gives it a nice bright red color. And then a little bit of white sesame seeds. And then some lime wedges. And then for some extra green, just a sprinkle of some chopped green onions. All right, and there we have it, some pineapple and shrimp fried rice. Thanks for watching.